Aquarius, thanks for stopping by. This is your weekly tarot. This is for December 24th through the 31st, 2019. I hope you're doing well. If you would like to book a reading, you can go to my website. There's a link in the description box. You can also donate if you feel inspired through PayPal or Venmo. The links are in the description box also from this video. So these are the shaman cards. So I've had these forever. I forget I have them sometimes. They're very Native American. So I have to read them because they're really different, but they're very insightful. So this is going to be the basis of your reading for this week. So, all right. So we're just going to pick one, and they're double-sided. So I just have to not look when I pick, or just take the first on top or the bottom or whatever. So I have basswood. I'm not sure if that's basswood or basswood. You know how bass is spelled like instrument, B-A-S-S, you know? But anyway, it is feminine, west, Saturn, and earth. And doesn't that kind of, we have a lot of Saturn stuff going on, Capricorn and all that right now. I'm going to say it's called basswood. I could be wrong, though. And I am basswood. I am the false face mask of the Iroquois tobacco ceremony. Wow! When you put on the mask, you lose your identity and become what the mask represents. You are no longer the person, you are the spirit. The mask also signifies that you might be escaping reality and hiding from the truth. Remove that mask and come face to face with your life. I am the tree spirit. I am protection. I am basswood. Wow. I know, I'm so amazed. But I am amazed because that was quite interesting. And that is 44. 44 is an angel number, by the way. So, as far as I'm concerned, if you look up 400s, they are messages from the angels. 44 is 8. It's about balance. It's about, 4s are about foundation. Interesting. And then 8 is about balance. Because if you tip it on its side, it kind of looks like the eternity. But that's just my opinion, you know. Everybody has their own interpretation of things, and that's the way we should be. You know, we should have our own interpretation. So this is to do with earthly desires, it looks like, because of Saturn represents the West. Feminine. Alright, we'll flip it one more time and then we'll get started here. Page of Swords. So this Page of Swords is about doing research and finding out where the truth lies. The truth. The truth, nothing but the truth. Sounds like a court thing, right? Do you promise to tell the truth? And put down that mask? Wow. Okay, so now I have Judgment. So when Judgment's reversed, this is a cycle that keeps repeating. So we have the truth, and then we have information about a cycle that's been repeating, and then we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups reversed is about lack of commitment, lack of self-love, lack of love for each other. It's about saying you love somebody and then squirrel. It is. I love that squirrel thing. Because I'm an air sign too. And squirrel, you know. So, anyway. But it's about not having, somebody not having, somebody that gets distracted easily. Somebody that makes commitments before they're maybe ready. And this is the truth. This is looking at the truth of this. Okay? And then I have the Hierophant reverse. And this is about, well, no spirituality, no connection to spirituality. And this is, I'm just tapping into it. Well, this is pretty much saying that it's not working anymore. Something isn't working anymore. The card represents spirituality, church, government, jobs, marriages. But the way somebody used to manipulate things through that isn't working for them anymore. So that makes sense. I think that it's kind of like that somebody is not going to be allowed to do things the way they used to with the mask. Okay? Because it's not who somebody really is. And then on the other side of this is the Empress. This is the divine feminine. The truth is, these things will not get you to that person. Being grounded and stable and loving and caring and nurturing will. This is embracing the earth energy that they're asking you to embrace. This is being true to yourself, being nurturing to yourself. Therefore, you have you can give it to others. I love the way that unfolds. Okay, so let's talk about what was discovered as far as information with this research, because the Page of Swords is always about it's about research, it's about finding out information. Could be a psychic download, but usually it's about, like, if you were sitting, like if you discover new information somehow, however that would be. Whether it's online, whether it's looking at relationships, but we'll see if we get like the, well, here you go, the healing card. So, you know, it's really interesting because the cards change as situations change and things. So that's why sometimes a reader won't say the same thing about a card twice, because it just depends on how they come up. And so I'm pre-warning you on this one. Somebody's having a hard time healing something. This separation, illness, addiction, Wheel of Fortune, healing the bad karma. Bad karma? So it's like it's not working anymore. The things that used to flip, you could do something that it would flip the energy where you were back on top. It's not working anymore. So something has to be healed, right? Nine of Swords, reverse. Wanting to get to the point where it's healed, where you're not being up all night. See, this is wanting to put this behind you, but the work hasn't been done, you see. That's what's going on there. So, as hard as it is for me to tell you this, the cycle's going to keep repeating. And so the question is, are you ready to embrace who you are yet? Are you ready to do the work? Because otherwise you're going to keep doing this thing. And there's a time when that serves, and then there's a time when it doesn't serve anymore, right? When you know the game, and most of all, the game is on you, right? But then you're the one initiating it. So it's like, what the heck? I understand. I understand because I've been there, of course. That's why I'm here. Anyway. So there's hope. I hope. No, there is. Okay. Feeling like that wounded warrior, 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Can you keep fighting? Can you keep doing this same cycle over and over and over? And just put another round back here every time you complete another round of this. But it is the same thing. Queen of Cups, reverse. I don't know who this represents in your life, but Okay, this is water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. This is somebody that was kind of mean to you. It's a female energy, does not have to be. But it doesn't feel like somebody that's there now. But it's somebody, oh, they could be there now. But it feels like a parent. Because this is part of the reason that this cycle keeps repeating. So I don't know if this is the type of person you keep choosing in relationships, or a mother or sister or adult figure that influenced you, that people are a certain way. And so that's where you end up in your relationship every single time. Okay, and it undermines whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And there's no justice. So it always ends up the same, right? There's no justice. And it feels like you're the one that you feel is screwed over. And I don't really know if that's true, but that's how it feels to you. Okay. Knight of Cups. So this is it not being a good offer of love, but again, this could be because there's a lack of self-love here and knowing who one is, right? Six of Wands is, well, this is good to see here because it's like, I want to conquer this. I want to figure this out. I want to be successful. I want to move forward. That's a good energy. Two of Pentacles. I want to figure out what to drop. Here's these energies of Two of Pentacles, like juggling these things. I don't know if you juggle ideas, juggle situations, juggle people, juggle back and forth to how you act. Mask on, mask off. Mask on, mask off, mask on. Okay. Wondering what you need to do. Well, you got to drop the mask. You got to just come out the gate who you are. Period. That's it. It would, basically, they're saying that you're doing this to yourself. And I'm not, it's just what they're saying, you know. I'm sure you have reasons, we all have reasons that we hang on to things, that we use things to mask, to protect us and all that. It's a place of protection, I understand. Eight of Swords reverse says it will get you out of that place of feeling like you can't make a decision. Because you've probably been asking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, here's your answer. You just have to drop the mask. Decide you're going to be who you are. And that's it. Let the chips fall where they may. At least you'll be... People can love you for you, not the facade, not the mask. Not for this person that you make up to overcome the pain. Overcompensate for the pain. So let's talk about things not working out, the systems, not being able to make the systems work anymore. Here's the King of Pentacles. Look at that. Here's the match right there. Authentically be you. Move slowly. Good person, good husband, good with honor. Move slowly with thought. Make your plan and work it. Oh, yeah, it sounds boring. I get that. But if you weren't spending all this energy doing the same thing over and over, this could run itself eventually, and then you could do the things you want to do, have the fun you want to have. You know what I mean? Get the excitement somewhere else, not in your whole life, not in your whole cycle of disruption. Then your life would be, you wouldn't. Okay, again, it's not me judging, this is what's coming through, okay? Because I've done all these cycles, But, you wouldn't, then you might not spend a lot of energy feeling bad about who you're not. Just be who you are, and then that way you didn't feel like you were responsible for every little thing that went wrong. Because there are other people involved in the cycles. But if you're showing up the same way, you're going to get the same thing. Same kind of people, the same situations, you know what I mean? So this is running on autopilot in the old way. And maybe that's the other reason why you can't really see it too. That it's hard to see. Because you put on the mask and you go out the way you always do. But see, you're getting the same thing over and over. So if you start with a place of moving slowly and this is coming as a king. This is not coming as a page. This is good stuff. This is coming as a king. Okay, I am worthy of this king status, so I'm walking in it. But this is a king that's responsible, has integrity, and accountable. That king doesn't have to repeat the cycles over and over because he's moving slow enough to see things coming, moving slow enough to make good decisions, moving slow enough to think about before he doesn't jump into relationships. He makes sure that's somebody he can love. You know, stuff like that. So, and this is somebody that has a lot of abundance, so something to think about. Okay, so next card, the Hanging Man. This is coming out of the state of, this will take you out of this place of stagnation where you feel like you're hanging in the same spot and you can't move forward. This will help bring you out of that. If you can look at what you want to be, what you'd like to have, and then work the plan backwards, how are you going to get there? Where does this start at this moment? Seven of Pentacles reverse. It's the fact that there hasn't been any investment. There hasn't been any planning about investing in your future. It's just been the cycle that's been in auto drive. Mask on, go. And then you know, I don't know if you get home and the mask comes off. I don't know when that happens or if that happens, but Seven of Pentacles reverse says the investment has not been made for the future that somebody wants. Okay? So now we have the Empress. This is the Divine Feminine. This is if you're a masculine here I'm speaking to, then this would be the woman of your dreams. This would be all the women that you could ever imagine loving. That person that you see. This person they don't chase. They don't overlook certain types of things. This is somebody you better show up with integrity if you want this Empress. Worthy of the Empress, see? So, or the Queen of Pentacles, both of them, because this is the counterpart. This is the perfect husband, perfect father, perfect businessman. This is the perfect wife, perfect mother. Let's talk about the Empress here. King of Wands reverse. See, this is not doable with the King of Wands reverse. This is the player, the king player, the abusive. You know, he could not have a lot of passion towards doing the right thing or growing or nurturing or learning. He just wants to boss people around. That doesn't work with the Empress. Magician. This is perfect here. Because the Magician energy says, okay, Aquarius, you don't need the mask because you have everything else you need. You have fire, so you have the fire energy, you have all the different energies, you see? Cups, you have the water, you have the swords, you have the pentacles, you have fire. This is everything you already need, you have to create whatever you want to create. It's time for you to empower yourself. Stop giving your power to a mask or words or to something else. It's all in you. It always has been. It's like Dorothy when she gets home from Wizard of Oz, realizing that she had everything to begin with. Because there's no place like home. And there's no one like you. Now, until you can embrace this, the cycle will be repeating. This is death reversed, and it'll keep continuing. So that energy of the past, it needs to be put behind you, because it's time to move forward. This, we're starting a new decade. We also have the solstice, was yesterday. Embrace all this. Leave behind what you need to and decide where you're going to be in the next decade, or it's going to follow you. It's a good time to think about that. It really is. So let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles now. This is somebody who knows how to nurture herself. She takes care of things in her house and her body and her mind, and just, it's physical. It's not just ideas and thoughts, it's physical, okay? We have the Chariot. Moving forward in this place, make sure you have your balance, your light and dark side balance. You do what you need to do. You go for walks, you go to the gym, you exercise, you eat right, you take care of yourself. Ten of Wands reverse is releasing those burdens of the past, walking away from them. Deal with what you need to, and let the rest go. Forgive yourself most of all. Okay, next card is Temperance. This is bringing balance back, healing, getting past if there's some addictions or that kind of addiction or substances that need to be looked at and put in check. Then it's a good time. I'm not seeing a lot of that here. It's more about what's just being an autopilot, really. That's the way it looks more than anything. Spiritual guidance. Just ask for help. It's right here. It's right here. You can do anything. You can create anything. You have the bigger vision. Aquarius. All the songs about Age of Aquarius and all that. It's huge. You're stronger than you realize. So, it's a good reading. Really good reading. Okay, we're going to do a card with our angels and ancestors here. It's just deciding that you want something else. It's making the decision. And that is usually the way it is, right? Whether you want to carry this into the future, because most of all, you're not being fair to yourself. It's your own injustice. And there are people that come along with you. But because of this injustice of this person in your life, I don't know how this person hurt you, but they're still owning you and they're running you. And that is something that it would be good to consider taking back your power. See, nobody puts Aquarius in a box. Nobody. Right? Except Aquarius. So, you are worthy. You are incredible. You are Aquarius. Okay. Magic Guardian. Whoo! Unlock the magic within, Aquarius. Yep. Unlock the magic within. As a magician. And you've got divine energy too. So, love you, Aquarius. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll see you 2020. Bye-bye.